and welcome to Across the Globe. Today, we will learn about logging in Python. Logging is a critical process in software development that involves tracking events during program execution. It aids in issue troubleshooting and understanding program flow. Python simplifies logging implementation through its built-in logging module. For example, when creating a web application, logging can help identify errors in user authentication processes, leading to a more secure and reliable system. Log levels in Python are crucial for efficient debugging and monitoring of software. There are 5 standard log levels to categorize messages: debug, info, warning, error, and critical. Debug provides detailed diagnostics for, troubleshooting, usually used during development. INFO confirms expected functionality. Warning signals unexpected events that do not halt the software but should be monitored. Error denotes serious issues that prevent specific functions. Critical indicates severe errors leading to application failure. And so, for example, in a web application, debug can assist in identifying why a specific feature is not working as intended, while warning could notify of failed server requests without halting the application. Error might be triggered by a database connection failure, and critical can highlight a severe security breach causing system crash. Understanding and correctly implementing log levels are vital for efficient issue resolution and system maintenance. To utilize the logging module in Python, you must first import it by adding import logging at the beginning of your script. Next, initialize the logging system by setting the desired logging level using logging.basicconfig level equals logging.debug. You can log messages at different levels by using specific functions like logging.debug, logging.info, logging.warning, logging.error, and logging.critical, each corresponding to a different severity level. Simply place the message you want to log within the parentheses of the respective function call. For instance, if you want to log an informational message, you would use logging.info. This is an informational message, and similarly, it would, for a critical message, you would use logging.critical. So this is a critical message. And so in this way, you can effectively manage and filter log messages based on their severity levels, aiding in debugging and monitoring applications. Logging in Python is a useful way to track and report messages or events within your program. By utilizing the logging module, you can set different levels of severity for messages such as debug, info, warning, error, and critical. For instance, if you want to only display messages of level info and above, you can set basic config, level equals logging.info. Messages of lower severity, debug in this case, will not be shown. In the provided example, debug is used for detailed information, typically used for debugging. Info provides general information for tracking the flow of the program. Warning indicates potential issues that should be addressed. Error is used to report errors within the program that are non-fatal, and critical is reserved for severe errors that may lead to program termination. by arranging the severity levels appropriately, you can control the verbosity of your logs and tailor them to suit your needs. In web applications, tracking user login attempts is vital for security and monitoring purposes. By utilizing logging mechanisms, you can capture key information such as user login attempts and their outcomes. Logging each attempt can provide insights into potential security threats or issues with the authentication process. For instance, you can log details like the timestamp of the login attempt, the user's IP address, the login outcome, success or failure, and any relevant error messages. This logging data can be analyzed to identify patterns of suspicious login attempts or troubleshoot login failures. And additionally, it can help in auditing user activities and ensuring compliance with security policies. So the provided code snippet demonstrates a simplistic logging implementation in Python using the logging module. And then this script sets the logging level to info and then defines a login function that checks given credentials against hard-coded values. But if the credentials match, an informational log message is generated. Otherwise, a warning log message is issued. 2 login attempts are then made using the login function, one with correct credentials, admin password, and one with incorrect credentials, user 12345. In the first login attempt, the correct credentials trigger an info log message confirming the successful login. In the second attempt, an incorrect attempt triggers a warning log message indicating a failed login. This helps in tracking the flow and status of the login attempts for debugging or monitoring purposes. Logging in Python is like keeping a detailed journal of activities in a hiking trip.
Each entry in the journal corresponds to a particular event or action taken during the trip.
The journal helps to track the progress, identify any issues and debug problems that occurred during the trip. Similarly, logging in Python allows developers to track and monitor the flow of the program, identify errors or issues, and improve the overall performance of the application.
Hey, Code Conquerors, ready to level up? With TechLearn ATG, showcase your skills with official course certificates. Just visit our site and start. Need that extra boost? Get tailored learning, 24/7 support, and expert guidance. Coding smarter, growing faster, and making learning fun. Go to our website across the globe, www.atg.world.
The Python code snippet above demonstrates the implementation of a logging system or a simulated hiking trip journal. To begin, the logging module is imported. The logging configuration is set by specifying a file name, setting the logging level to debug, and defining the desired log message format, which includes the timestamp, log level, and the message itself. Several hiking trip activities are then defined as functions, each associated with this specific logging level. Start hiking logs an info message indicating the start of the hiking trip. Some of that sets similar reach, summit, 5P summit, where that commander set of informations are encounter wildlife, logs a warning message to indicate encountering wildlife on the trail. Take rest stop logs a debug message to indicate taking a rest break. Navigate difficult path logs a warning message to indicate navigating through a challenging path. And the defined functions are then called in a sequence to simulate a hiking trip, capturing various events and activities along the way. Finally, the completion of the hiking trip is logged using a info message. This logging system can be useful for tracking events and activities during a hiking trip and can provide insights into the journey taken, challenges faced, and accomplishments achieved. The log file generated can serve as a detailed journal for the hiking trip, enabling hikers to reflect on their experiences or troubleshoot any encountered issues. One example of logging in a real-world scenario. Another example is in cybersecurity, where logging plays a crucial role in maintaining the security of networks. Security professionals use log data to detect and investigate security incidents, analyze patterns of suspicious behavior, and ensure compliance with regulations. Logging in Python provides a versatile tool set for various industries and applications, enabling efficient monitoring, debugging, and analysis of activities.